Right, let's get going.
Okay. Hi, everybody. And my name is Nick Watson. I'm the founder of LNPG. And today, or before I start, always got to say this is being recorded. And if you do not want to be recorded, could you please leave now? Okay, Nick Watson, as I said, and we've got quite a good evening tonight. We've got some new stuff that we're going to be telling you about and how we're moving things forward. Okay, and tonight it's about Magnet and what Magnet are doing for LNPG, and also I'm going to drag out of Gill, and she hates me for this, is put her on the spot of what's coming in about a year's time. She's always shaking her head. She smiled there. She's going no. And so look, to start off, LNPG have not been doing the webinars for the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks. We've been working really hard with some of the new partners that we're bringing on. And so this is the 4th series, and this is now episode 1. So to start off, we've recruited a few more staff inside LNPG, and we've got 11 staff now that look after just LNPG members. And Tracy is one of the directors now, and she's been with me 7, 8 years now, Tracy.
Not quite that long, Nick. Nearly 6.
Nearly 6. Okay. She's freaking 10, but hey ho. And she's going to now introduce you to the new members of staff. So if they would like to say hi, and Tracy, can you introduce them?
Yeah, so we've got 2 new membership coordinators. So when you guys next call into the office, you may speak to these 2. So firstly, we've got Sophie. Sophie, did you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi everybody. Lovely to see everyone.
And you know it's her because she says, yeah.
You're a bugger. I knew you'd have to say that.
And we've also got Claire on the membership team now as well.
Hi guys, it's really nice to see you all on here, and I'm looking forward to hopefully chatting to some of you in the coming weeks.
Good. And be gentle when you speak to them because they're new. They're not going to know everything. So all the other staff are around to help as well. But their job is to also look after all our members. So thank you very much, Tracy. Okay. Now, I've got a list here as long as my arm of all the new things that are coming up. So Anthony, did you want to put the presentation up?
Sure, just 1 second.
Yep. Anthony, you can do the first one.
Okay, so here we go. Let me just swap that over. Yeah, all right?
Yep.
So, yeah, just kicking off with a couple of partners that we've launched recently. Hammock, first of all, you remember those from season 3 of our lock-in. We had Majeure, Fasani, MBE. Come on and tell us all about usehammock.com. Usehammock.com is a property finance platform. LNPG members get an absolutely cracking deal with this one, so it's well worth checking out. All the information is on lnpg.co.uk/partners/hammock, or you can find them just by going through the partner menu as well. So we launched those about 2 weeks ago. This Monday we launched with CombiMate as well. Now, I posted something in the Facebook group the other day because I thought this is one of those partners that can sort of fly under the radar if people don't understand it. So I see a lot of things about people posting about water softeners. CombiMate isn't necessarily a water softener, but that's a good thing. It's a device that prevents limescale without removing it. So how it works is the phosphate within the balls here, the combiphos balls they're called, stops the limescale from sticking to metal surfaces, which means it protects your appliances, it protects your pipework, but it doesn't remove the limescale entirely, which means that you're not prone to getting corrosion, and the health benefits of hard water and hard water areas isn't lessened by either. So those are the 2 partners that we've launched with recently. We've got a hell of a lot more to launch in the coming month or so as well. So I'll move on, and it's back over to you, Nick.
Okay, great. You've gone too far, Anthony.
No,
Right.
that's the one.
One of the things that's been on Facebook quite a lot over the last 12 months is about fires. So really good partner, Be Modern, and this will be through Wolseley. We are doing a launch of gas fires. We are doing a launch of electric fires, and also we're doing wood burner stoves. Okay, so there'll be a complete range of our products on our website, and we will be going live with that on the 1st of June. This goes live on the 1st of June, and we've been working with these now for the last 6 months to bring them on, and we're now ready to go live. So I'm really quite excited about this one. And you're going to hear me say excited quite a lot, because it's been a lot of hard work going backwards and forwards on prices, etc. And we've checked all the prices. These are phenomenal good prices. And again, down to you. But we go live with these through Wolseley. Okay. These don't use these through the Bath hubs. These are through the 3 hubs that we got. They're being debriefed on it, and this will be on the 1st of June to go live. So really, really good on that one. Okay, Anthony, next. Now, the other one that has been on social media and we're asked an awful lot is black, instead of just a chrome, black shower cubicles. So what we did was we went to Merlin and said, look, we'd like to bring you on board to support us. And they've also got a click frame that's really quite easy to put together. But also they are launching that's called the IQ shower cubicles. And also we're launching the black framed shower cubicles as well, because they're quite a specialist market, the black frames. So we go live with that. Now, me and Anthony had a big discussion. We could go live the following week on the 7th, but to make sure we get it right and we launch properly, it will be on before Monday, the 4th of June. So
14th.
That's another great one to watch out for. Just, what did I say?
14th.
14th. Yeah, the 14th. So we go live with more Merlin showers. Okay, great. Now, this is the one I didn't ever think that I was going to get involved with. Okay, this is hot tubs. The amount of people that have rang up and said to us, yeah, can you bring hot tubs in? And I've, with Paul Mills, actually a member, we've been working on this for some time. I'd say about a year the conversation started. I've spoken to China, I've spoken to Canada, I've spoken to America. And one of the things is they love the British market. And the reason they love the British market, because we seem to like a lot of bubbles. I don't know what that means, but like they sell us jets with hot tubs that have got 48 to 60 jets of bubbles. So one of the things that this company has done, they don't have so many jets. They have a big installation, yeah, so that the running costs are a lot cheaper than the import ones. Now, I got accused the other day, I didn't buy it cheap. I don't care how expensive it is. But they were coming back saying it was costing them nearly £3 to £4 a day to run. They say that this is just over £1 a day because it's highly insulated. And also it's easily repaired if there's an accident, because it's really quite thick. And there's a video that if somebody cracks it or puts a dent in it, it can be repaired easily. But also they're giving us a
That's what you're doing in this image here, Nick.
Yeah, no, I just saw that, and the sun's come out. It's been cloudy all day, and I'm sitting here now, and the sun's hitting me right in the face. So let me just kind of move around. So this is going to go. We're doing a webinar with them. We've kind of fixed the price, okay, and they say that we'll be ready to go by the 30th of June. Now, if you're desperate for this, what I have done is, if you give me a call, I will put you in touch with. It's James, isn't it, Anthony? I've got his name now.
It's Jason.
Jason. Yeah, with Jason. I've already put a member in touch because he's desperate to get one. And the other thing, they've got statistics that on the serviced accommodation, I'm not in the serviced accommodation, but they've got statistics to say that you are 25% more likely to rent your house out if you've got one of those than if you don't. And again,
25% more likely to get a booking for serviced accommodation.
Yeah.
50% higher charge per night as well.
Yeah.
That
And again, they've got
sources.
Yeah, they've got a few different sizes, but they're not going to give us the whole range because they've got an issue with molds and making them quick enough. Okay, because some of the resin that comes in, yeah, there's delays on that, but they are going to give us, I think it's 4 of the jacuzzis, and also there's legislation about renting and putting a hot tub in as well. So they will be going through that with you. So I'm really, really excited about that one. Good.
More on that next week.
Yep. Oh, he's doing a webinar next week, isn't he? Yes. So booking for that one. Okay. The other offering, now I've taken the name off this. We are bringing you a different tile kind of deal together. Okay. I want to improve it. And we brought a partner in. And again, we hopefully, again, before the 30th of June, we've got the pricing. It's about the account opening and how it's going to be managed and how you're going to order is where we are right now. But I just thought that's quite exciting. And it's across the board. There's loads of tiles. So again, we will be launching that hopefully at the end of this month. We're just working out on how to order, how to get deliveries and costs, etc., etc. So again, that's another good one coming on board. Okay, Anthony.
We've got a webinar for that as well, pending 23rd of June. So more on that to come as well.
Yeah, okay. Now, one of the things is about having smart thermostats. So I'm not, again, we've done work with them. They'll be coming on. Have we got this one booked in?
Yeah, so there's a webinar pending with these guys as well. And they're just ironing out a couple of stock technicalities with Wolseley. So this is another one that's going through Wolseley.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that members are able to get it when they need to get it.
Yeah.
So that's what they're sorting out now. The good thing about this is there's a lot of smart TRVs going around that will connect to a stat, and you can sort of cordon off rooms and that sort of thing. All of that is managed within the Radbot stat for this one. It's got machine learning algorithm. I know a lot of buzzwords were thrown at us when we were shown this item. I've got one actually in my living room, and what it does, it sort of monitors when you're in and out the room and adjusts the heating accordingly. So the great thing about that is it's only going to save you money with regards to heating.
And they'll be doing a full presentation on that as well. Okay,
Yes.
Anthony. Good. Now, again, this is what members are looking for. People have been ringing us up saying, Nick, have we got a supplier of boiling hot water taps and macerators? And I said, no, we haven't. So we went back to Wolseley and Johnny, and this was down to Johnny, this one. And again, we were virtually there, but he's now on maternity leave, and we don't want to launch it when he's on maternity leave back. He's back in sort of the end of June. So that one, again, is pending because of maternity leave. Again, we've got the price done. Now, as long as they can get stock into Wolseley, again, we need SKU numbers and it can get delivered out. There's no point having the product if we can't get it. So that's where the issue is on this one at the moment. So hopefully we'll have resolved that by sort of mid-June. But again, we've listened to what members were looking for, and this was a product the members were looking for. Well, these were the 2 items. So again, we brought them in, and I hope you like what we're trying to do. And the brand is Swift. So again, that is directly with Wolseley again on that one. Brilliant. Good. Now, the next one, okay, is, what have you got there? The best reborn. Oh, God, I ain't seen this.
That's the promo video.
Yeah, it's a promo. Yeah. You know how much I'm a big fan of Worcester Boss. Worcester Boss are launching a brand new boiler that's going to replace the 30i Green Star boiler. Okay. And it's all built around the Green Star eye, and they're replacing the whole complete range. The really good news is it still comes with a 7-year warranty, and it's going to be the identical price of the Green Star range. There has been no price increase on that, and they'll be launching that, okay, on the 16th of June. I just have to look at the date there. and the webinar has been booked. And you've got Wolseley, you've got one of the trainers coming in. Okay, I'm really excited about the new boiler. I've known about it and I've been told that I couldn't speak about it, but I can today. And it's the new Worcester 4000 boiler, and it's still contract supported prices. Phenomenal price, that one. I need to set the price then. And again, that's being launched on the 16th of July, of June. Okay,
the webinar is booked for the 16th of June for Alex
yes,
to go through this with us. I actually think we're launching this a little bit earlier. It might
we are, but Wolseley have got to get stock. Yeah,
okay.
Wolseley have got to get the stock in. Yeah, so you can still. If I had a choice and a Green Star was available, I'd still buy the Green Star as well, because they're both great boilers. Yeah. Okay. Next. At last, I've only waited a year for this one. Fusion Furniture, new products, new website, and new brochure. Okay, and Fusion got brought out last year. Okay, Neil sold, and the guys put a big investment into Fusion Furniture. They do finance, they do lease options. Okay, sorry, lease your furniture. James and that, and we had again last month, nearly our record month with them. We did £277,000 on bloody mattresses. Yeah, it wasn't just mattresses, but phenomenal business with them. So if you want something, you need some advice or what you should be putting into your HMO service accommodation. Yeah, new product lines coming in. They're launching a design service as well. Get hold of them. Have a chat with James. They're there to support you. Okay. Next. Good. Right. I would not say that my back office at LNPG has been the best. We have been redeveloping the whole of the LNPG website back office, and it's taken us an awful long time. We've been working on it. We are imminently going live with that in the next 10 days. When that goes live, we have kind of polished the LNPG website to be more friendlier use. Would that be correct, Anthony?
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is make it easier to find partners and find products incidentally. The current menu system, it feels very much like you have to know what you're looking for before you can find it.
Yeah.
With this, the new way that we've designed it, we've got some category tags, as you can see here on the Johnson tiles, and we've changed the menu system a little bit as well. So rather than looking at an A to Z, you're actually looking room by room or product by product. So yeah, we've changed quite a bit to remove some of that clunkiness. As you said before, Nick, it's more of a facelift than it is a complete redevelopment.
Because over the next 6 months, 7 months, we will be redesigning the front end of our website, okay, to become more even friendlier and grow up in the business, as it were, because I think that the journey we need to make simpler. Okay, so from our point of view, we are moving forward. There's a lot of investment going into the back office. There's a lot of investment going into the front end. Okay, but that's where we are. That's what we've been working on for the last sort of 6 months, and I'm really, really excited. We've worked really, really hard. We've now got enough staff to look after the members. Really excited about that. So from LNPG's point of view, we're moving forward. And again, I always say this, LNPG is about a complete package. It's not just about price, which is the #1 reason why you join. The second part is the customer service that we offer LNPG. We're there supporting you, helping you, guiding you. We have contacts in all the top manufacturers. If we don't know an answer or you need something answering, we can go and get that information for you. And one of the things I see on Facebook is our customer service is second to none. And I'm going out there to say that we put a lot of pride in it, in our customer service and looking after LNPG members. I'm going to shut up now. That's me done.
Before you shut up, Nick, we've got a question that's come in about Windows. So when are we going to get a countrywide Windows supplier?
Okay, short answer, we're not. We can't. And the reason why these national contract division companies, they work just for councils and hospitals. And what they'll do is they'll do a 2,000 run, because the council, they'll do all the one beds. There might be 1,000 windows. So they will produce all the 1,000 windows. they will do the 2-bed, the 3-bed, and the 4-bed. So they do massive runs. An LNPG member comes along and says, "Oh, by the way, I want one window. I want one set of windows for a whole house, 7 windows." They are not going to rejig for seven windows. They just not, because all them windows might be individually. So I failed. I put my hands up. I went door to door. We got last year, just before lockdown, we brought in 5 Southern window companies. 5. Out of that 5, as soon as they got busy, what did they do? They pushed their price up, wouldn't ring members back. I rang them and said, "What's going on? We've got a deal. You're part of the..." "Yeah, and?" I said, "Well, you can't do that." They said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" That's the truth. So I failed. So what we're going to do is we're going to try again. And we'll put them into a contract, a tight contract. And that's all I can do. The big boys don't want to know, because they say, "Well, landlords are buying our products. Why do we want to give you a discount?" It's about when they're busy, the price goes up. When they're not, price comes down. I fell flat on my face, and I apologise for that. We've still got a couple. I'll do what I can, but we will re-go at it next year. Or sorry, the back end of this year. Okay. At the moment, they're not even talking to us. They're not even returning our calls because they're so busy. And that's the truth. I'm not going to give you any bullshit. That's the way it is. Okay. Sorry, Anthony.
Great start. So, yeah, I mean, not much more I can say to that. We've got a couple more questions, but I think we'll move on to the introductions of why we're all here tonight anyway, of Gerry Good and Gill Davies from Magnet Kitchens.
Hello, hi. My name's Gill Davies. You've probably seen me before. I'm the National Key Account Manager for Magnet, and I look after the LNPG account. So that's national. I'll hand you over to my colleague. He's Gerry. Over to you, Gerry.
She's one of the bosses. By the way, don't let her tell you anything. She's the boss, yeah, of us.
Absolutely 100%. Jill's the boss, and we all know it. We're not under any illusions. Yeah, so my name's Gerry Good. I'm what we call a regional contract sales manager. I look after Scotland and the North East. And I guess it's my job to work between, I run a team of contract sales managers, project design managers, estimators, and we work very closely with the branch network. So your first point of call, if there's an issue with a branch, would be with a contract sales manager. We obviously take the LNPG account very, very seriously. So I can speak on behalf of any of the other regional contract sales managers in the UK, of which there's 5. If at any point you have an issue, you are more than welcome to give me a phone, and I will get directly involved, and there better be a damn good reason why we're not looking after you guys. However, I would say, and I might be getting a wee bit ahead of myself here, but I would say that the biggest frustration for any branch is if you guys turn up and you don't say your LNPG, you don't have your card, or you don't have a property registered against it. We are very, very firm on the branches that they've got to follow policy, they've got to follow the LNPG rules, and their life isn't worth living if they don't follow the rules. But that also means that in turn they can appear to be very negative and very awkward if you're not giving them the right and the proper information. It's really important, guys. So you have to turn up, you have to make yourself aware to them that you are LNPG, and if you follow the rules, we'll make sure that the branch services you to the best of our ability.
Anthony, can I just ask a quick question there? Is the speaker coming up on the screen? Because I couldn't see him on the screen.
Yeah, it will depend on how you've got your own settings, Nick, but in the recording my view, and I got Gerry coming up there.
Okay, fine. I just want to make sure, sorry. Okay.
Okay, just to cover off what Gerry's actually said is absolutely right. When we sort of have problems with people, with members, should I say, buying kitchens from Magnet, it's that they haven't told us that they're an LNPG member. And I know that it's quite a lot to, you know, sort of take in to understand all the partners and how we trade. But for us, we need to know that you're an LNPG member at the first point of contact. We need to make sure that you show your card. Obviously, at the moment with COVID restrictions and things like that, we're doing a lot of that, obviously, on the phone, and we're doing online, you know, surveys. So there is a process for, you know, following a process, you know, to have a design done from the store. So basically, we've got just under 200 branches nationwide. Gerry is one of the regional, you know, contract sales managers. We have 5 regions. So Gerry looks after the Scotland, and we have other regions. So when you go on the LNPG, the Magnet website, make sure that you pick the nearest store to the property and not to where you are. So for instance, you could be in London, but you're actually doing a refurb in Nottingham or wherever. So you pick the nearest store when it, you know, you go down the process, because it will ask you to pick the store in a drop-down box. So make sure you pick that. But
Jill, just to come back on that one. So if they book an online, so it's like a design, that if, what's the time period that branch should be coming back before the member rings LNPG to get involved?
Okay, so from uploading your survey onto the online process with the Magnet trade is, we say, 3 days. Okay.
So on the end of the third day, the fourth day, that if they haven't heard anything, please, you ring the LNPG office. We then contact Jill's department, and they will then find out where it is or what's going on. They will come back to us, or they might even ring you directly, but we're still in the loop. It doesn't move off of our computer system until we get told that it's been resolved. So it really is important. It used to be 48 hours because of the volumes that we're doing, that you give us 3 days. If you haven't heard anything, please don't hesitate to contact our office. Your first port of call. We control that now. If there's an issue, you must come through to LNPG. That's really, really important. So come on, Jill, I will interrupt you. So just some members know.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, a lot of members are asking the question now, you know, are Magnet going out doing surveys? The answer to that is no. You know, we're still following, you know, safety COVID, you know, regulations. And I know that a fitter ultimately is going to fit the kitchen, or somebody with some experience. So all I'm saying here, guys, is make sure that you measure the kitchen, you get the plan and you check it. Whoever's going to fit the kitchen at this moment in time, just ask him to come round or her to come round or whatever, and just check those measurements, just making sure that they're, you know, they're fitting.
Jill, we know you don't, you know, I don't leave any stone unturned with Magnet. Right, on social media, because that's where it's going to go, is that some branches are going out to measure LNPG. But are you saying that they're doing you a favour? The company policy is that they don't go out at the moment, but some are.
Some of the branches are still furloughed, believe it or not. We forget about this, you know, because of all of us having our injections and things like that. But we still have to follow safety regulations, and some branches are where they've got more staff, and some contract, you know, sales managers are even popping out. You know, if you have got a problem and you really are unsure, just give us LNPG office a ring. I'm sure that, you know, if you're really, really desperate, we will go out. If you're really unsure, rather than get that kitchen wrong. But we are asking, if people have got the experience to do it and they've got trades doing it, then by all means, please use that method.
And that's really, really important. Yes, if you've got a kitchen that's complicated, give us a ring and we'll speak to Jill, and Jill or one of our regional directors will jump on it, and deal with that for us. But we are asking you nicely, if you can measure, please, if you do that, it helps everybody out an awful lot at the moment in these stressful times. And so there is an online portal site you can do that, but also yeah, Jill, we're still going into the branches still. Yes, and we're allowed to do that now. Am I correct in saying that?
You are, but you need to phone up just to make sure, because, you know, restrictions about how many people are in the branches and things like that. We just need to make sure that, you know, we're limiting people sitting in front of, you know, staff for your safety as well as ours, you know, at this moment in time. So, you know, a phone call in just to see if you can literally go and see the kitchens and book in, then that's fine. You know, but just make that call. Just don't assume that you can just rock up and expect to go in the store if somebody else has made an appointment. That's all we're saying.
If I could just say that if I want to take a contract customer of my own, not LNPG, but any contract customer, I've got to make an appointment with the store before I can walk in with that customer. So I can't just, again, a bit like yourself, I can't just say, I've got a guy here from Grampian Housing Association, I want to have a meeting with him. I have to make the appointment. And you have to be aware of what the local restrictions are. So, obviously this Indian variant, some of the places, some of the regions in Scotland are going back into level 4. It's very difficult. So just please contact your local store and find out what stage they're at, and it will just save everybody grief. We don't want you driving 2 hours or an hour, or taking time out your day to turn up to a branch and nobody can see you. It is mentally busy at the moment. There's probably 5 months of lockdown kitchens trying to get crammed into the next 2 months. So it's really tough.
No, and I very much appreciate that, but we try to be totally transparent with our members, so we really need to know what's going on. And don't forget, you're above Adrian's wall, aren't you?
Yeah, we're in God's country up here. It's beautiful. Air's very clear.
He's been digging at me all day about Scotland. So yeah, and Jerry's a good guy. Yeah, if he can help, he really, really will help. But I come back to the point: you hit a problem, don't go toe to toe. Just pick up the phone to LNPG. Yeah, I'm always there. Tracy, Anthony, we're there every day. We're there to support you. But yeah, if you ring the branch, say make sure it's okay to go in, and they can do the ordering just like they used to be able to before COVID-19. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that people don't ever like talking about, I'm going to chuck this one right out there, was that Magnet have had a price increase right in the middle of the year. Now, people said to me, and I'm over the moon with the how small it was, because we were really worried how big this price increase were going to be. Again, I might be jumping the gun here, but I want to get it out in the open. We got a 7% price increase on LNPG's contract, which I am personally over the moon. And I'm not selling it. I was over the moon. They got a 22% price hike. But I know that because I know what Jewson's and Wolseley have been given. Okay, across the board, we have been given significant price increases. And you think that's bad for us? You want to see what the trade are getting and what other contracts and councils are getting. Nothing to do with LNPG. And I'm over the moon that we only got a 7% price hike. Yep, we're their biggest UK customer. We're important to them. So from our point of view, we got a 7% price hike off our contract pricing. You don't want 7 or 10% or 15% off other people's pricing across other kitchen companies, and they've all had price increases, but nobody knows, nobody ever finds out about that. But we are very transparent. You have been given a 7% price increase, and I'm over the moon. It was that small. I've said what I've had to say. Yeah. Sorry, I got one on me on that one, but I'm over the moon, Jill.
Yeah,
I think that was good timing, actually, Nick. So Jill has put together a presentation to show us what this 7% price increase means in real terms for LNPG members. You know, how much of a difference is it going to make? How much are they going to be paying for their kitchens? So let me just get that up for you.
Okay, so just to explain here, this is, if you look at the CKS catalogue, we have 6 price band kitchens. We start from price band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And the reason why they're in the price bands is because of what the kitchens are made of, the frontals are made of. All the carcasses are made exactly the same, so it's not about that. It's about how much the frontals cost us. The guarantee period is the same for everything, so it's just about what you like. So I'll just cover off the next slide.
And by the way, just to let everybody know, keep away from Band 1 kitchens. Andy's not on here tonight, so I can say it.
Wow. Okay. The first slide is, which you've probably seen before. This is the 7-unit layout of a basic kitchen. So it just gives you, a starting point for what our price bands are. So price band 1, the kitchen of that today is costing £705.21. But what I've done on here is I've included the 7% price increase. So price band 1 kitchen has gone up by £49. It's only £49 at the end of the day. So basically, you've gone from price band 1 to price band 6. Now, I see a lot of members, they're very excited about our prices. And I had a member the other day, he had quite a big kitchen. I think it was 35 unit. Now, he automatically went for a price band 2 kitchen, the Luna, which is your most popular. But he decided to go to a price band 4 because he was blown away with the prices. So the next slide, so that gives you an insight of how much a 7-unit kitchen costs. The next one we've done is a 12-unit layout so that you can see how much that is. I mean, price band 1, £1,031. Price band 2 is your go-to kitchen. That is your Luna kitchen. That's Nick's no-brainer kitchen, by the way. So it just gives you an idea on how much, everything costs. So you're looking at price band 1 for £1,000 to price band 6, which is your timber painted kitchen. And it's there for a reason, because it's the application that's applied to the door. Okay. And then the next one we've also done is a 17-unit layout, which is quite a substantial kitchen. I don't see many of those kitchens with 17 units. I'm probably seeing them sitting around between probably about 12 on average.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. That doesn't include like the Crooker hob and tractor fan, does it?
It doesn't, but what it does include is it includes the kitchen. And so all the kitchen units, the frontals, the sink, the tap, and the worktops in there. So we haven't included appliances, because I know that you do buy appliances from us, but you've also got your other partners that members still buy from. But we still have a big intake of appliances. We at Magnet use a brand as our entry level, which is Beko. I know that other people use unbranded products, but we do use a recognised supplier as our route to market, and that's where I see the majority of LNPG members, sort of buying their Beko appliances.
But we're still doing hundreds of thousands of pounds on our cooker packs and our fridges and our whatever, because they're brilliantly priced. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
they're very competitively priced for you. You've got your LNPG pack. So we've just experienced problems with sourcing appliances, over the last 12 months, like everybody else has. But it's not unique to us. It's global. Everybody buys the parts from, for the appliances from China, and China are basically holding us to ransom to the suppliers. So, we can only apologise for the delays we've caused, but believe me, we're doing everything we can to try and source appliances.
And across the board, our average kitchen, is £1,800.
It
Our
is,
average kitchen price across the board, year on year, is about £1,800. Okay, I'll shut up, Jill.
Well, no, I didn't. It is £1,800. I didn't show that slide, Nick, but what this slide just explains about when people buy a kitchen, they're unsure about what kitchen to buy, and I think you've drilled it into people that the route to market is price band 2. Just taking it away from that, price band 1, because I think from a price band 1 kitchen, don't quote me, but to a price band 2, you're looking at £70 difference. But
let's see, that's 113,000 too much in band 1.
The majority of the kitchens in band 2 are handleless, so you're not paying a fitter to fit a handle. You're
Yeah.
You're not paying for a handle. You've not got the handle being fitted wrong or squint, so it's already made for you. And it's what it's what the most retailers are looking for. It's definitely got the wow factor.
It is, Gerry, you're right there. It's sitting really well in that price band too. That's a typical illustration from the catalogue as a Luna price band too. It's just got that wow factor. If you're renting a property, you know, and somebody sees that kitchen, they're going to be wanting your property basically.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked a question, by the way. Somebody's just asked about what price is Nova. Nova is your handle kitchen. That is in the same price band. In price band 2, we've got Luna. So we think we've got 8 ranges in that. We've also got the Nova. I can't remember how many, you know, colour options are in that. And we've also got the Tatton. The Tatton is the shaker style door. And that is, you know, still quite, you know, popular. So it's about horses for courses and about the property and what you personally like. But Luna is, you know, the most popular kitchen by far.
And the other great kitchen I think that's underrated is the band 3 Winchester. That is a lovely kitchen. Yeah. And band 2 pricing as well. So yeah, there is a bit of a price increase, but I do like the Winchester. That's such a beautiful door. Yeah. Again, they're my 2 favourite kitchens. I do like the Majeure as well, but that's band 4, the Majeure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anthony?
Tribeca.
What did I say?
Don't worry about what you said, Nick.
Right, okay, Tribeca. I don't know what I said. But no, the Luna is our #1 kitchen. It's the go-to kitchen. It's just a no-brainer. You can't walk in and don't go, oh, I like that. It's a very modern kitchen. But if you want to splash out a little bit more, the Winchester gives you another wow factor kitchen. Okay, sorry, Jill.
Okay, the new ranges that are going to be launched next month, they're going to be available probably from July, are these new splashbacks. So we've got some 6 colour options for the splashbacks. We do them as splashbacks and we also do them as a splashback behind the hob, so that you can, you know, you don't need to tile. I know that Gerry is a big advocate for this, my colleague, because in Scotland, I don't know where all the tilers are, but you know, it's another trade for your kitchen, whereas the joiner can put these splashbacks on the kitchen and they just look amazing. You know,
they're going to be offered to LNPG at last.
Yeah, these are offered to LNPG, but it's a secret on the price because we're not launching the price just yet. So the price will be revealed, but there's some nice choices there. I mean, I quite like the Victoriana anthracite personally. It might be a bit busy for other people, but you know, it's there. And, you know, some of the tiles that I think that you just showed before, Nick, is on that vein, you know, that oldie worldy Victoriana look.
Can you call them simpler names so I can read them?
Well, to be honest with you, Nick, I didn't name them.
I didn't even notice the names till you said it, Nick. Bloody hell. I didn't even notice the names till you said it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to have a great time.
Victoriana anthracites.
Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce it.
Jill, are these textured? Because they look as though they might be.
I think they are. I think I haven't actually personally seen them, but I am interested, you know, in seeing them. I think they are.
I don't think that, Jill. I think they're designed to look like they're textured, but it's actually a flat surface.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the way it's shaded. I've seen these before. It was actually, there's a bit of a long story to this, guys, but years ago, I used to come to all the regional meetings and bang on about splashbacks and how popular they were in Scotland. And then I got a load of samples and took them down to meeting them. We've kind of ended up here. But the white metro tile is just a flat, easy to clean tile. It's not raised in any way, shape or form. The way they do it is they do it with the shading. So, you know, you could argue it's not a tile. It doesn't have the texture, but it looks like a tile. And remember, they come 3 meters long by 6 meters high. One sheet covers a load of space. You fit them, your fitter fits them. You don't need to go and find a tiler. You don't have to worry about batching. And also you can cut round sockets very, very easily on them. And if they do get damaged, it's very easy to replace them. So honestly, you'll never convince me otherwise about not using splashbacks against tiles.
I mean, the point of a splashback is that you wipe it clean after you use the hobs. So the fact that it's not textured is, in my mind, a benefit.
Yeah. Once we get the samples into the branches and you get and see them, it honestly, I mean, they look as good as they look in that picture. You know, so it's not a raised surface. I stand to be corrected, but it's not a raised surface. It's a flat surface, very easy to clean down, and it's very easy to seal it to seal any joints. So superb.
Yeah, just a question that just came out. I'll answer that one now. Can I use it in shower rooms? No. Yeah, no. I really wouldn't use multi-panel that's for the shower rooms. Yeah, this isn't a shower cubicle.
No, it's a you know, a shower panel is a completely different beast. It's made completely different. These are literally, you know, to fit behind your kitchen, to give you a nice finish, a cheap finish. And you know, if you go, you go and get the price of, you know, 6 or 7 square meters of tiles, and then the cost of cutting them and fitting them, this is by far a far easier option.
Okay, can we go some of these questions, Anthony? We got loads.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring those up. So yeah, just covering the multi-panel thing. We did a webinar with those guys relatively recently. I think it was last season. I want to say. Well, believe it or not, they're Scottish as well, and they are very much the same thing, but for marine ply. I think one of our members said you have to get a tank if you want to get through one of those. So that's what you want to get for bathrooms. Heading over to some of the questions. Someone's asked about the pricing. So it's already been asked, but do the prices include VAT that you showed a second ago, Jill?
No, the prices don't include VAT. No.
Back to the splashbacks. Are there samples in the store as members haven't seen them yet?
There will be soon. Yeah. No, not at the moment, but there will be soon.
Lorraine's asked, I'm not a member of LNPG yet, so welcome, Lorraine. Only just heard of it. I was going to get a kitchen just in a trade account. What's the difference, or is it the same discount? We love that question.
Oh, can I answer this one?
Right, well, I can answer that one. The difference is that, and my screen's not big enough to show you the difference.
Right.
Huge.
Right, this comes up a lot. We get 73% of contract pricing. Trade gets 75, yeah. If you start on a band 3 kitchen, the starting price is £1,200. I'm making these figures up, yeah. So you take 75 off of that, you get it for £300. Contract pricing, my pricing starts at £345. You pay £94. That's the difference. We are contract pricing. Do not look at the rate of discount. Kitchen companies and across the whole of the industry, and Magnet have got to follow suit because they all follow the same rules, is that they like to show big discounts. I don't know why, it's just the way it's always been done. We get 73% off a contract price. I promise you, you will never buy a kitchen cheaper from Magnet anywhere else than LNPG. Done? Happy with that, Jill?
Yeah, happy with that.
I would say that we have housing association customers who buy 400 and 500 kitchens a year, and your prices are right up there with them. Absolutely bang on.
Good. Thank you, Gerry.
I would the only thing I would add to that is that if you're not a member of LNPG, you're in a very fortunate position tonight because you've just been shown all the prices. Now, usually we have to be very quiet about our pricing, and they're going to be blanked from this recording once it goes up on the website. So you've seen in black and white what our pricing is. Don't go out and get a trade quote to compare it because you won't be able to swap that over to an LNPG quote after the fact. But that, you know, gives away just how well.
One of the other things is people, because we can't show pricing. Yeah, I understand it's like a leaf of faith. Yeah, but last month, yeah, and again, Jill kind of said we did £75,000 worth of kitchen orders in 1 month. We're on target, yeah, to do £5.5 million in kitchen orders through just LNPG. Yeah, that is a phenomenal amount of kitchens. And I'm so proud that we have Magnet on board. Yeah, there are always issues. Yeah, but we resolve 99% of them. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it can get right on you, whatever. But we are there. You have Gill supporting you. You have the CSM manager supporting you. And at the moment, everybody's running around trying to help everybody because there are issues. I'm not going to deny there isn't, but it's not just with Magnet, it's across the whole of the building industry. But you've got a decision to make. Is it better to be in the camp and us helping you and guiding you and supporting you, or is it better off you go on your own? It's really that kind of a decision. And the amount of rollovers we do, yeah, if you don't save your membership, we roll you over. I'm a big advert of LNPG because of the amount of support that we get. The two new people just go, wow, they can't believe the kind of support and the kind of work we do behind the scenes to support LNPG. And the members on a whole have been absolutely tremendous as well. They've been so supportive on social media. Because I'm so busy, they jump on now and help me and support LNPG. So all them people that jump on my social media LNPG page, just thank you very much for all your kind words and your support. And some of the comments we've been reading have been superb. And also, Gill, you wouldn't know this, I opened what was it called? What's that new, not Facebook, not Twitter. Instagram. Oh my God. That just took off. Somebody put a kitchen on it. And all through the night, I was getting ding, 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 ding. There must have been 50 freaking, not tweets, but messages on it. And Andy said, you didn't reply to all of them. I said, no, I went to bed, turned the phone off. But it really is really encouraged with the kind of support that we're getting at the moment. And
believe it or not, Nick, I've actually just checked the account. Someone watching tonight has put us on their story and tagged us on Instagram. So, well, yeah, well worth having.
Jeff, there's another level. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with that one. I have to go to Michael, my son, to ask him what I'm doing with that damn thing. But anyway,
I think it's an age thing, Nick.
Sorry?
I think it's an age thing, Instagram.
I stepped 2 fingers up there, Gill. Anyway, right. More questions.
Yes, I was just going to say that. So, Hatch has asked, can we have a copy of this Magnet slide deck, please? I would suggest that the answer there is unfortunately a no, for the reasons that we've just mentioned. This is full of prices, and we just can't be giving that information out. So we can do it tonight, but no further than that, unfortunately.
Yeah, one of the things that someone says, oh, can we have our prices? Yeah, like Howden's advertise. We're contract division. There is no way that Magnet will allow us to advertise pricing. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. If you want to buy from Howden's, you're going to have to go to Howden's. I'll tell you a little secret. Howden's contacted me 4 weeks ago. They wanted to join our contract. I asked them a question. Could you match the LNPG pricing that we get from Magnet? The answer was no. Mm-hmm. That's fact.
And guys, I know the biggest bugbear of the branches is, and I know why a lot of folk do it, and I know we're all desperate to get the best deal. Please don't sit there and play Stoom, get a price done, and then suddenly go, right, that's fine. Oh, by the way, I'm an LNPG member. The branches will, you will get such short shrift. And to be honest, Nick will support them because you don't have to do that.
You really don't. Yeah. If you want to find out what the price was, yeah, ask them after you've shown them that you're an LNPG member. Yeah. They don't play games. Okay. I'm tough on the branches. I'm as tough on the branches, yeah. And I do go mad at the branches. And then Gill rings back and says, why the bloody hell did you do that for? Because it just upset me. Yeah, I'm trying to be real, what it's really like. It is hard, but we win the battles. Gill's right behind us.
Yeah. Going back to the questions, Eleanor has asked, how do I find my local branch? I've got a new property in a new area going through at the minute.
Okay, if you look on the Magnet website, it actually says if you Google magnet trade and then you look and it says, find your nearest branch, and it asks you for your postcode or the city, and it'll tell you where the branch is and how close proximity it is to your property. It'll give you a couple of options. So it'll say one's 5 miles, one's to 8 miles and stuff like that. So that's how you find it from the Magnet Trade website.
Yeah, I think that facility is also linked on the LNPG website as well, the Magnet page of the LNPG website.
Yeah, just to let somebody know, somebody says multi-panel is on the LNPG contract. The other one I've got here, matching patterns for, what does VFHROO mean?
Sorry?
Hey?
Well, I've got here, will there be matching patterns for VFHROO?
I can't see that one, Nick. Oh, bathrooms.
Bathrooms, maybe?
No, the one two up above that.
She's corrected it. It's the same person. She means.
Oh, fine. Okay. Right.
So yeah, again, that's dealt with by multi-panel. They do have some similar ones to these metro style tiles, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Going back up to another question. Is there a plan to develop the ability for trade account holders to log into Magnet Trade to see the prices online like competitors do? That would be really good to have.
No. They can join LNPG and they can see that on the LNPG website, but they can't. Magnet won't do that on their trade under contract. Next.
Okay, I've got a question about the spas. I'm going to leave that one for now because I've got the guy on next week. There's no point us trying to answer that question when we've got literally the expert on in a week's time. So I'll keep hold of that one, Peter, and I'll ask Jason Smith.
If you, one of the things was, if you pay for your kitchen, you can delay order. If you pay for your kitchen before the 1st of June, they will honour the pricing as of before the 1st of June, and you can delay it up a couple of months if you want to. Yes, otherwise, no, you're going to have to pay the new price. The other one that came up, I
just on that, Nick, because we've had a couple of questions in the office. That means that you have to order the kitchen before.
Okay, the kitchen, yeah.
Not just get a quote. So if you get a quote, and this time next week, for instance, try to use those prices, they will not be valid anymore.
A guy's just Jem just put up here that how quickly can I get a kitchen from LNPG? Yeah, you follow the process. I would say give yourself a week to get the design done, and then Jill, if it's the Lunar Band 2, we're saying 3 or 4 weeks.
Like some of these kitchens, you know, for example, if somebody walked into, you know, a branch and they wanted Lunar White, that's a popular kitchen for the branches to stock. You could almost turn it around within 48 hours.
He just didn't say that, did he?
Yeah, I was thinking.
He just didn't say 48 hours.
Put the rope around your neck there, Gerry.
I did. I know that's very generous, but we understand that, you know, sometimes turnarounds is of the essence. We would prefer a week to 2 weeks max.
Yeah, of course.
But if there's really extreme circumstances, we can turn around with some kitchens within 40 hours.
Okay,
now, that's a brave thing to say, but it's
ring Gerry. Ring Gerry anywhere in the UK. You're going to him.
Yeah. I'm not Gerry Good. I'm an imposter.
If that's the question that you've just got through from Jem, I think Jem actually emailed me the same question.
The other question I've got here: how much is it to join LNPG? If you own 1 to 3 properties, it's 199 plus VAT. If you own 4 to 25 properties, it's 299. And if you 26 and above is 399. But don't forget, it's tax deductible for running your business, so it doesn't even cost you that. So all I'm saying, and plus, if you don't save your membership, because you might join in, you might the house might fall through. Don't worry. When you come up to your renewal, if you do not save your membership, you contact us 14 days before and 14 days after, and then we roll you over free of charge. I can't be fairer than that.
No.
They call me loopy for doing this.
Yeah, I would call that customer service, Nick.
That's not what you said earlier.
No, that's different, but there's about 50 folks sitting watching.
Do magnet cabinets come built, rigid built,
Yes.
or flat packed?
ready assembled, 18 mil. Bands 1 to 2 come with meta box standard. You can upgrade them at a slight cost. Bands 3 onward come with the blue motion and soft close.
And you always upgrade on your always upgrade soft close for your draw packs. Always.
Yeah.
Built like tanks.
Yeah.
Come on, Anthony.
Well, I'm trying to read the ones that you've not got to already. Is there a limit on how long you can defer the delivery?
Look, we'll come and go with you guys, but if I went to my boss, or Jill and I went to our boss and said, look, we've agreed to defer it for 6 months. We want the kitchens out, so no, a couple of months max.
I would agree. It's about being reasonable, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that question came up again. It's 199 for one property. If you own one property plus your own. And the other thing, but people keep forgetting, I always get asked this. As a member of an LNPG, as long as you're a landlord, you can buy a kitchen for your own house. I bought this one.
Jem's come back saying, perfect answer. Thanks, guys. Now, Jem, I would just ask that you give us a call in the office, LNPG office tomorrow, because if you've just joined today, it's not as quick as going in and speaking to Magnet tomorrow, because you need to have your account opened in your LNPG terms linked. Now, we've got ways of pushing that through a little bit quicker, but do speak to us first, because what you don't want to do is rush it through and get the wrong price or something go wrong, and it will just delay you even further. So give us a call in the office tomorrow. Do we have a couple of pictures of large kitchens that we have recently completed? Now, very good question, which sort of takes us over to the case studies a little bit. So if you check out our Facebook group, LNPG's private Facebook group, you will see, I think I saw maybe 2 or 3 even today, recently completed Magnet kitchens done at LNPG prices by LNPG members. I'm going to be putting a post in the group later today, or probably tomorrow at this rate, where I'm going to be sourcing loads of those pictures, which is always good for everyone to jump in and have a look and get some inspiration, as we're going to need to be getting the newest LNPG case study ready for the Magnet, the latest Magnet newsletter. So if you've got one yourself, then look out for that, or send me an email, anthony@lnpg.co.uk, because I'd love to see them. It's always nice to get those. Why don't Magnet offer fitting?
Well, I guess I'll answer that one, Jill. We offer fitting, but it's only dry fitting, and we don't really want to get involved in projects just for one-offs, and there's so much else involved that we can't touch and we can't do. So really, at the moment, it's a non-starter. Is that about right, Jill?
It is about right, because we've got a fitting team. But we're the contract division, so when we're looking at fitting, we're looking at fitting 30, 100 kitchens at any one time. So a one-off kitchen, like Gerry says, we're doing a dry fit service. We're not doing your plumbing, we're not doing your electrics. We expect that there's the first bits of electrics and everything in place. We just can't cope with one-off kitchens. We're geared up for sites.
You don't have the staff to do 2,000 kitchens, and then what will happen? It'll be a chaos.
Yeah. But also, guys, you're generally speaking talking about a kitchen that's already in place. So for us to take the tiles off the wall and to remove everything, we need electricians, we need plumbers. It gets so complicated because we've got to guarantee everything. We will only fit a kitchen where we're walking into a room that's prepared. We don't touch any electrics, we don't touch any gas, we don't touch any plumbing, and we will literally dry fit the units, the worktops, and any trims and permanent plans. So we will not get anywhere near any appliances at all. It wouldn't work for you guys. It just wouldn't work.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ross asked, I've just had a quote for a kitchen, and I told the guy up front I was an LNPG member, which is great news. How can I check they've used the contract pricing? What was the process that I should have used?
Email it to us. We'll check it. Done.
Exactly. Send it to LNPG. We've got a full membership team with 2 new fresh faces, as we mentioned, who get these quotes all the time. We will check those ourselves and make sure you're getting the correct pricing.
I can't think of one branch that would want to try and screw around with LNPG prices, given the policing that we do. So, you know, they don't gain anything. There's no advantage to them. I'm not saying sometimes mistakes will be made. Mistakes can be made, but generally speaking, the branches just absolutely get the fact that the contract is too big and too large and too important to us to mess around trying to save 50 pence here and 50 pence there, honestly. You know.
Oh, said Gerry, you want to come down to England?
I was going to say, I didn't want to say it. But yeah, no, you're right, Gerry. It's not always intentional, but you know, mistakes do happen. It's always worth getting your quote checked because it takes us 5 or 10 minutes. We see these things all the time, and it's so easy to just check those prices. We've also got a couple of tricks up our sleeve as well of where we can save you a couple of extra quid. Sometimes, not all the time. So it's worth doing, regardless if it's your first kitchen with LNPG or your 40.
Just email them. We just have a quick look at it. Takes us 5 minutes to do it, and we just ring you and say, yeah. And it's just that comfort blanket, isn't it? That magnet, yeah. Done.
Manager asked, would it be useful to have a list of design tips for magnet kitchens? For example, if you have a deep kitchen island, instead of using 2 end panels, is there an alternative? Now, that's funny that you asked that, Manish, because the last time we had Gill Davies on one of these lock-ins, she did a live kitchen design for us. Isn't that right, Jill?
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got an hour-long video of a kitchen design like this. You know, there's always more to do, and I'm always happy to plumb the depths of Jill's brain to get more of that. But we've got a full hour-long webinar along with an accompanying blog post of the 5 top tips that Jill had as well. So have a look at that, and if there's more you need to know, then let us know the specifics, and we'll see if we can get that.
And it's a really good one. The amount of comments people have made said they learnt so much from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an hour long. You've got Jill's face on it, and she's talking you through it. Get yourself a glass of wine, get yourself all comfortable, and you can watch it. It's like watching a mini series.
I would also say, Nick, that a lot of the guys in the branches, really experienced guys, they've got to plan the kitchen safely. That's paramount above everything. So something that you might like to do and want to do and have had for 30 years might not be, you know, it might be against health and safety. So if the guys are suggesting that you can't have your cooker in a corner against the wall that you've always had, or it's always been, the reason for that is because we cannot plan a kitchen that isn't safe, and you know that's just the law. So okay. You know, they will always try and plan the best kitchen they can offer to you. Obviously, you can have your own input, but these guys are there to get the kitchen done to the best advantage for everybody.
Good.
Well, we've come to the end of the questions, which is brilliant. I may have missed a couple, so I'll always go through and double check and send off any additional to Gerry and Jill, as well as checking through them ourselves as well. But it's over to you, Nick, because we're coming up.
I'll let Jill answer. I've got one more. Is if I previously got a normal magnet quote, but now am I an LNPG member on that kitchen? No, because
No, you can't have it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Yeah. No.
The reason why is that's part of the deal is that it's just the time spent. If we had an open policy that you could do whatever you like, contract division wouldn't be here. They really want to get the kitchens designed out, done. Okay, it is not a retail service, and if you've got a quote for Magnet, they will deem that to be that kind of service. And we've been around the circle. If the member of staff have done a quote wrong, you said, "Oh, I didn't know you was LNPG," and you showed your card and you told them you're LNPG, then we would discuss that with Magnet, and they will normally lean towards us. But if you've had a design done and you didn't tell them you were LNPG, or you wasn't a member of LNPG at the time of getting that design, that's their kitchen, nothing to do with LNPG. I am so sorry about that. We just can't do it. Okay.
And just to reiterate a point that Nick made there, these are contract prices, guys. They're not retail prices. The guys don't have time to go through and show you 5 versions of what you possibly could have in 10 different colours. If you start that game, you're going to get very short, sharp shrift off the designer. It's contract prices. It's not retail. If you want retail and 1,000 different versions and different layouts, go next door into retail and pay 4 times, 5 times the price of your kitchen.
I couldn't put it any more direct than that. I'd have softened that one a bit, but hey ho. What do you expect? What do you expect from bloody Scotland?
Yeah, I know. Well, we're a bit more direct up here, but you know, sometimes you've got to say how it is.
No, absolutely. That's why, see, we're nicer people down in England, and yeah, LNPG staff. So you ring us first. He can hate me next time I go to Edinburgh. Yeah, do you know, Jill, when I first met him, I fell over right over him. I tell you, it was so funny. I did my leg in, fell over him, but never mind. Right, we've come to the end of our webinar. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. And next week we've got the spa company, yeah, hot tubs, and I'm really looking forward to that. But I would like to say thank you so much, Jill, for coming on, and I let you off the hook of what's coming in about a year's time. But yeah, I'll talk to people about that another time. We're bound to get and you're not going to keep Andy out of here, are you? He's going to be back. Yeah. And Gerry, thanks for coming down from Scotland. Yeah, so that the Scottish people think that we have got contract division up in Scotland. And just to like to add, Scotland grew by 72% on what we did last year. Yeah.
Listen, guys, it goes without saying, we want to support LNPG up here in Scotland in the Northeast. We love the business that you give us. It helps us grow our business. And I will not, you know, if somebody comes to me with a problem with LNPG, I'm going into my attitude is I'm going in to find out what they've done wrong, you know, what we have done wrong first before anything else. So the support that you'll get from me and my team to make sure your projects go well is, I'll absolutely guarantee 100% full commitment.
Brilliant. Well, thanks again, guys. It's great to be back, and we'll see you all next week for Rota.
Okay, and thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.